What's up, Society family? Today we're going to be talking about the very first female superhero. So, a lot of you guys usually get this wrong, thinking that it's Wonder Woman, but in fact, it's actually Jane Jim, also known as The Magician from Mars. The Magician from Mars was a 7-page comic making its debut in November 1939, issue 7 in Amazing Man Comics by the creators John Guenta and Malcolm Cudell. This is 2 years before Wonder Woman even makes her comic debut. Now, The Magician from Mars was actually set in the future, with Jane being born from a Martian father and human mother. As a baby, she's exposed to cathode radiation, which allowed her to use 100% of her brain and allowed her to warp reality how she saw fit, giving her abilities such as super strength, super speed, super agility, telekinesis, being able to manipulate matter, nullify gravity, and even change her physical appearance as she saw fit, which basically says she can live forever. Jane's powers showed at a young age, showing that she was able to control her powers by doing things like making ice cream appear out of nowhere or levitating her toys. This became a problem because it drew attention, especially from her aunt, who ended up becoming her caretaker after her parents died at 16. Jane's aunt despised her and her powers, keeping her locked in a steel prison to prevent her from leaving Mars to go to Earth. Eventually, Jane broke out of the prison and got on the next ship heading towards Earth. Halfway through the flight, the ship actually ends up getting hit by a meteorite, and Jane has to steal money from the ship, take an escape pod, and head towards Earth. Once she landed on Earth, Jane ends up donating the money to a research facility for paralysis, and then takes the rest of the money and funds her life as a new hero. Fully embracing her abilities, Jane ends up taking the title as a magician from Mars. She fights crime until she's almost defeated by a villain by the name the Elemental, whose power was equal to her own. She came out notorious and ended up becoming a national hero. Later, after defeating the Elemental, she finds out that there's been a war on Mars going on this whole time, under the hands of a person named the Hood. Jane rushes back to join the Martian military, while also falling in love with the Prince of Mars, Prince Tau. While rocking a new suit, Jane joins the war with Prince Tau. But not too long after, Prince Tau ends up dying by the hands of the Hood. While Jane and the Hood stands face to face, the Hood exposes their identity and ends up being her very own Aunt V. Aunt V reveals that she actually has powers equal to Jane's, if not more powerful. As Prince Tau lays there dying slowly, Jane gives him his last kiss goodbye and vows vengeance against her Aunt V, aka the Hood. Sadly, the rest of the story remains a mystery since the rest of the comic was not continued after the last issue, issue 11, The Magician from Mars, War, April 1940. If you like the content, please like, follow, and subscribe. Please leave a comment on who I should speak on next time, and I'll catch y'all on Media of the Multiverse.